day everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am your science teacher, Sir Roy, and for this week we are going to talk about climate change. So let's begin with the most essential learning competency, which is to describe certain climatic phenomena that occur in a global level. Before we move on to our main topic, let us first have the review of the past lesson. Last time we talked about the different factors affecting climate, and those include latitude. So we say that if a particular place is near to the equator, they are experiencing warm climate, while those areas which are located in the poles are experiencing a cold climate. On the other hand, when we speak of the altitude, we are also referring to the height of a particular place. The higher the altitude, the colder would be the climate, while the lower the altitude, the hotter or the warmer the climate is. We also have distance from large bodies of water. Those particular areas which are found near the large bodies of water are experiencing a cold climate. We also have here topography. So we say that mountains play an important role in the climate of a particular area. Those particular part of the mountain which where the wind blows experiencing normal or regular precipitation, while on the opposite side they are experiencing a dry season. And the last one is the ocean current. So there is also the circulation of warm and cold water depending on the place where they originates. Now let's talk about our main topic, which is all about the climate change. What is climate? The term climate refers to the general weather conditions of a place over many years. So this is the condition of the atmosphere for a very long period of time. As you can see in the illustration, these are the different manifestations of climate change. In some areas, it causes fires. On the other hand, there are also drought, and also there are more existence of typhoons. Climate change is a significant variation of average weather conditions, say conditions becoming warmer, wetter, or drier over several decades or more. It's that longer-term trend that differentiates climate change from natural weather variability. Let us differentiate climate change from that of global warming. Climate change, we are referring to regional weather change. On the other hand, global warming, we are referring to the increasing temperature worldwide or in a global setting. We can also say that global warming is the cause of the climate change. And climate change is usually the effect brought about by global warming. Now, what are the different causes of climate change? It includes the following: increase in temperature, release of greenhouse effect or greenhouse gases, deforestation, increase in the use of chemical fertilizers, industrialization, and volcanic eruption. Let us have a deeper discussion about the following causes. Let's begin with increase in temperature. Due to global warming and greenhouse effect, the temperature of the Earth is increasing day by day. Some parts of the Earth are getting very cold and some parts are getting very hot. Since in the terms of global warming, because of the presence of the different greenhouse gases in the atmosphere, it traps the exit of light and heat in our planet. So therefore, it is being confined inside the planet Earth, causing the temperature of the Earth to increase day by day. Another one is the release of greenhouse gases. During the burning of fuel like coal or petroleum and etc., a large amount of carbon dioxide is produced which affects the environment, resulting in climate change. Similarly, various types of harmful gases that come out from the industries also affect environment and atmosphere. What are the examples of greenhouse gases? As you can see in the illustration, it may include the following: methane, we also have nitrous oxide, carbon dioxide, ozone, chlorofluorocarbon, carbon monoxide, and even sulfur dioxide. This group of gases traps the heat inside the Earth. The next one is deforestation. Just like what is being shown in the picture, when speak of deforestation, it means cutting off the trees in the forest without replacing them because they are trying to convert that particular part of the forest into other purposeful buildings or infrastructures. As the population of the world is increasing day by day, people need more house, clothes, and furniture for which trees are cut down. If there are no trees, the amount of carbon dioxide increases on Earth. This affects the environment and bring climate change. Always remember that the trees are plants. They are the one which absorb carbon dioxide since it is needed in their food making process. But if we're going to cut those trees, there will be nothing to absorb or nothing to absorb the amount of carbon dioxide present in the atmosphere. And increase in the use of chemical fertilizers. To fulfill the needs and demand of increasing population, people use various types of fertilizer for more production of foods and crops. This is what the farmers aim to produce. They want to produce a greater yield. This fertilizer affects the land as well as produces the greenhouse gases. It imbalances the aquatic system as well as it brings climate change by producing harmful gases. Those farmers are focusing on the crop yield. However, without knowing that they are already damaging the quality of the soil at the same time, it also affects the quality of water since those particular chemical fertilizer can penetrate into the soil reaching our fresh or the groundwater. Another thing is industrialization. The industries produce various types of harmful gases like carbon dioxide and sulfur dioxide, dirt and dust, and waste liquid with harmful chemicals. It causes acidic rain and increases greenhouse gases. So one of the consequences of the release of different gases in the atmosphere is the air pollution. And this particular particulates in the air, once it mixes with the rainwater, it produces acid rain. And the last cause of climate change is volcanic eruption. Volcanic eruption forms huge fog and cloud with harmful gases. It blocks the sunlight coming into the Earth's surface. As a result, the places near it becomes colder and colder due to lack of sunlight and changes the climate. Just like the eruption of Mount Pinatubo uh, way back uh, way back many years ago. So that particular eruption causes the global climate to drop at a particular temperature. Now let's talk about the effects of climate change. This includes the following: change in air temperature, the impact on biodiversity and ecosystem, impact on human health, we have impact on agriculture, negative effect on water resources, energy crisis, impact on human settlement, and impact on physical facilities. Let us discuss them one by one. Let's begin with the change in air temperature. The temperature of the Earth has increased over the past century and is expected to rise over next 100 years. This is due to climate change. We also have the impact on biodiversity and ecosystem. Different plants and animals are unable to change themselves. They are experiencing difficulty in adjusting with their environment according to changing climate. Their population are decreasing and are near to extinct. We also have the impact on human health. As the temperature of the earth is increasing day by day, diseases transfer faster. People suffer from various diseases due to warm air and hot land. Another one is the impact on agriculture. Change in climate causes the greenhouse effect, ultimately rainfall. There's also drought, scarcity of water, drying out of various sources of water in agriculture. So we all know that if there is drought in the farms, therefore it will affect the crops and the different plants planted in that particular area. We also have negative effect on water resources. Due to climate change, there is less snowfall, but more melting of the snow. This causes flooding due to over melting of the snow. So when those snow melts or as well as the icebergs, it will increase or it will cause the increase in or the rise of the sea level, which can cause flooding in the low-lying areas. Then we have the energy crisis. Rivers and other sources of water are used for hydropower generation. When there is an increase or decrease in the amount of water, then the power generated also become less or more. We all know that the dams and the different hydropower power plant are depending on the kinetic energy exerted by the water. So if there is less supply of water, therefore the generation of power will also be lessened. Then we have the impact on human settlement. Of course, climate change affects the human civilization which are near the mountain, the river, sea, and lakes. Since our topography and bodies of water greatly affects the climate of a particular area. Then we have the last one, the impact on physical facilities. Climate change affect the developmental activities like construction of the road, bridge, dam, and etc. It causes sudden rainfall resulting in flooding and landslide. And if we have this kind of incidences, therefore, our construction of different facilities can be affected. So what are the solutions for climate change? The first one is afforestation should be done. From the word afforestation, we need to plant more trees, okay, in order to revive the forest. Next one is public awareness should be created about effects of climate change. We all know that knowledge is power, so we need to empower people to know everything about the climate change so that they would be aware of the things that they can do in order to help. Burning of fuel should be stopped. Alternative sources of energy should be used. Pollution from industries and factories should be minimized because this is one of the major causes of climate change. Natural resources should be preserved. Always remember that we humans are dependent on the natural resources in order for us to survive. So we have to take care of them and also use them responsibly. Of course, pollution should be controlled in any aspect, may it be land pollution, air pollution, or water pollution. We should stop and control them. So here are the different references or sites that I made use for this presentation. That would be all. Thanks for watching.